Hey guys, Josh here and welcome back to Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, and in today's video I'll be covering everything you need to know about trees in this game, how they work, which trees I recommend growing, and also I would like to share with you what I think is the best way to make money in this game, even more efficient than growing mushrooms. So definitely stay tuned if you'd like to discover that. And yeah, let's just get started. I'm gonna go in my spring seasonal garden. Alright, so before we start talking about the trees that will produce fruit in spring, I just want to cover some basics. So all trees in this game will take 15 days to grow and produce their first fruit. And after that, they will produce fruit every 9 days, if they're in season, of course. So if you plant a tree on the 1st of the month, on the 16th, you're gonna get your first fruit. And then on the 25th, you're gonna get fruits again. And after that, you're gonna have to wait for the next year. And then on the next year, they should be able to produce fruit 3 times in a month. However, of course, what I recommend is when you unlock these seasonal gardens, you can plant all of your trees here and they're gonna be producing fruit all year long, which is definitely the best option. If you wanna get seedlings, you'll have to go to the general store and then you're gonna get your little seedling. You can plant it with Y pretty much anywhere on your farm and you don't have to water it, you don't have to do any maintenance, and after 15 days you're gonna get your first fruit. And on the first day of planting your seedlings, if you want to remove it, you can just tap with your hammer 3 times and you're gonna get your seedling back. However, if you do that once it starts growing, so from the second day, you're not gonna be able to get it back, so just keep that in mind. So most seedlings will cost between 1,200 and 2,800, so they're quite expensive compared to crops. However, of course, you just need to buy them once and they're gonna give you fruits forever. And also one little thing that's good to know is that even though they're just gonna give you fruits in one season, they're actually gonna grow in all seasons. So one thing I would recommend actually is maybe not planting too many trees in the first year, especially if you're planning to change the layout of your farm. But you can still buy a few seedlings, and then in the second year, like 10 to 15 days before the new season starts, you can just plant your fruit trees that you bought the year before. So when the season starts, you're actually gonna be able to harvest the trees 3 times. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, with that being said, let's just start with all the trees that are gonna give you fruits in spring. So if you're playing on normal mode, the coffee beans seedlings will cost you 1,200 G at the general store. And when you sell them, each coffee beans will give you 150 G. Next, we have the avocados, and actually the avocados, you will unlock them once you've reached level 7 in your town development, so you'll have to progress quite far in the main story. So the avocado seedling is 2,400 at the general store, so it's a little bit more expensive. However, each one will sell for 192 G. And also the avocado tree has a chance of producing giant avocados, which are worth double the price. And we're gonna talk a little bit later in this video about a giant and golden fruit. But yeah, so that's the avocado. Next we have the oranges. So the orange seedling will be 1,400 at the general store, and each orange is worth 140. And last we have the cherries. So these ones will cost you 1,600 at the general store, but you'll sell each of them at 200. So at the beginning, I would definitely recommend the cherries since they're gonna make you more money. But maybe the avocados might be a better choice, but we're gonna talk about it later. So now let's check the summer trees. Alright, so let's start with the mangoes. So you'll unlock the mangoes at the same time you'll unlock the avocados. So that's when you reach level 7 in town development. Each seedling will cost you 2,800 and each mango will sell for 228. Next we have the lemon. So the lemon will cost you 1,800 and they will sell for 180. Next we have the almonds. So you'll have to pay 1,400 and they'll sell for 140. Then we have the cacao. So the cacao, you'll have to buy it for 1,200 and they'll sell for 120. Then we have the coconuts. So the coconuts will cost you 1,500 and they'll sell for 187 each. And as you can see, just like the bananas, they're growing in a palm tree. So I think these are pretty good for decorating your farm. And then over here, we've got the bananas. So bananas will unlock when you reach level 5 in town development. Each seed will cost 2,000. However, each banana will sell for 266. So far, they're the most valuable trees in summer. And we also have the peaches. As you can see, I have quite a few peaches here. You will unlock them when you reach town development level 6. Each seed will cost you 2,600 and each peach will sell for 208. So it is cheaper than the bananas. However, one thing to keep in mind is that the peaches have a chance of giving you gold peaches. So we'll get back to that in a minute, but first let's go to our autumn garden. Alright, so first we've got the grapes. So the grape seeds will cost 1,600 and each grape will sell for 200. Then we've got the olives. So each seedling will cost 1,200 and they'll sell for 120. And then we've got the apples. So the apples you will unlock when you reach town development level 7. Each seed will cost 2,000 and then they will sell for 225. And also apples have a chance of giving you golden apples. So now let's go back to our peaches. Alright, so if you haven't noticed, basically every season there's one fruit that has a chance of giving you a special version. So you can get the giant avocado in spring, the golden peach in summer, and the golden apple in autumn. And by default, the probability of getting this special fruit is very, very rare. And I've made a little example here. So in this first row of peach trees, I've planted all 0-star seedlings and they're giving me 6-star peaches. And as you can see, I don't have any golden peaches in here. In the second row, I planted the 6-star seedlings that I've got from the first row. So these ones are now giving me 10-star peaches, which are pretty valuable. However, as you can see, I still don't have any gold peaches. However, I took those 10-star seedlings and I've planted them here in the third row. And as you can see, when you plant 10-star seedlings, you get such a high chance of actually getting golden peaches. So I have 10-star golden peaches. So basically what we can learn from this is that if you want to get the special fruits, you do need to plant 10-star seedlings. You still have a chance of getting them with the other ones, but it's very rare. So if you don't know how to get 10-star seedlings, it's quite simple actually. So at the general store, you can only buy 0-star seedlings. So you're gonna have to plant these. And once you reach orcharding level 6 and your soil quality is level 3, you're always gonna get 6-star fruits from the 0-star seedlings. And also when you reach orcharding level 6, you will unlock the seedling maker. So if you put the 6-star peach into the seedling maker, you get 10-star seedlings. So these will give you 10-star fruits. And then you put the 10-star fruits in there and you're gonna get 10-star seedlings. So that's when you're gonna get these beautiful trees that are gonna give you golden fruits. So now let's see what we can actually do with these golden fruits. So actually when you reach orcharding level 7, you will unlock the jam maker. But basically what the jam maker allows you to do is to place one fruit and get one jam. And if you place one golden fruit, you're gonna get 3 jams. And the jams are a good way to increase the value of your fruit. You can also make some seeds. So one little peach will give you 2 seeds. One golden peach will give you 6 seeds. So it starts getting interesting. And at level 10, you're gonna get the giant makers. This one you'll get one for free from the city hall. And also they're actually not that hard to craft compared to other giant makers. Just make sure you hoard quite a lot of clay because you're gonna need 500 clay just for one. But I do recommend you take a look at these materials and make sure you have some so you can make extra makers. So first let's take a look at the jam. So with 2 regular peaches, I can get 3 jams, which is interesting. And with 2 gold peaches, I can get 9 jams, which is also quite interesting. So let's make some jams. And now let's take a look at the giant seedling makers. So I could put 2 peaches and get 6 seedlings, or 2 golden peaches and get 18 seedlings, which is really a lot. It's the same ratio as for crops with the giant seed makers. However, the 3 seedlings are just so much more valuable. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a few seedlings. And I'm gonna see you when everything's ready. Alright, so it's now the next day. Jam doesn't take too long to make, it just takes 10 hours. But the seedlings take 23 hours. Actually, we still have to wait a little bit more. Oh, also, one thing I almost forgot to mention is that avocado, cacao, coffee beans, as well as almonds cannot be used to make jam. However, you can put the cacao and the coffee beans in the powder maker, and you're gonna get cocoa powder as well as coffee. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And our seedlings are now ready. And it's so satisfying when you get that many at a time. So, all right, let's go see how much they're worth. All right, so one 10-star peach is 328 and one 10-star gold peach is 656. So that's double. And so 2 of them is 1,312. So that's 2 of them to make 9 jams, which it's 3,300. So that's a pretty good profit already. And also 2 peaches to make 18 seeds, which is 35,100. So you can see such a ridiculous increase From just the 2 cold peaches, in 23 hours, you can turn them into $35,000. As you can see, this is such a ridiculously easy way to make money. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go back to my summer garden. I'm gonna remove everything else and just plant a ton of these seeds. So before you start actually selling those seeds, I definitely recommend you plant as many 10-star peach trees as you can. So I'm gonna keep at least one of each tree just because they can always be useful for cooking. But everything else, I'm gonna cut all of my other peach trees and I'm gonna plant these. So I'm gonna go plant some apples and avocados as well, and I'll see you after I'm done with that. And of course, since the seedling maker is just so much better at making money than the jam maker, I'd recommend maybe you can keep the jam for cooking, but other than that, we're just gonna go with seedlings. Alright, so it took a little while, but I finally managed to fill all of my gardens with 10-star trees. And before we go and take a look at them, I just want to give you another little tip. So whether you get a regular or a special fruit is decided at the time that you load the area. So if you want to optimize your chances, you can just save before going in your garden. And let's go in the autumn garden and check our apples first. So I'm just gonna count how many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've got 13 trees with golden apples. So let's reload and try one more time. And this time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, if I'm not wrong. So it's quite similar, but we're not gonna bother with that too much. But yeah, if you just want to optimize your chances, you can save and reload as many times as you'd like. So I'm just gonna pick all of my fruits and I'll see you in a minute. And also, yeah, so when you reach level 10 of our charting, you're actually gonna get 6 fruits. I believe when you start, you get like 3, I think. So it's one of these skills that just gets better and better. And so these are my peaches. I've been very lucky as well. I think I've got 17 golden peaches. And one reason why I really like these fruit trees even more than mushrooms is that they're just so low maintenance. You just plant them once, you never have to water them. And then it's not like the mushrooms where you have to make more spores and then like plant them again and redo the whole thing every time. You just plant them once and then you harvest them every 9 days. It just takes a little bit to get started and like actually get all of the 10-star seedlings. But once you're done with that, it's just so easy. Alright, so I actually had quite a few more peaches than apples, 90 versus 70. So now let's take a look at our avocados. So the avocados are actually really hard to tell apart, the giant ones and the small ones. I think these are probably small ones and these are giant ones. Yeah, but they look very similar. So, and these are the less valuable of the 3. But yeah, I'm gonna pick everything up. Alright, so I just finished harvesting everything and I've got 75 golden apples, 90 golden peaches, and 114 giant avocados. So let's just see how much money we would make if we were to sell everything without turning them into seeds. So that will be 290,000 every 9 days, which is pretty good, but not enough. So let's turn these into seeds. So before we continue, I'm editing this video right now and I just noticed a little mistake I made. So in the next part, you'll see that I will be transforming all of my apples into apple seedlings, thinking that since apple is the most valuable out of these 3 fruits, I'm gonna get the most valuable seedlings. However, it is the other way around and the most valuable seedling is from the peach, selling for 1,950 each, followed by avocado at 1,800 and then apple at 1,500. So please don't make the same mistake as me and start with the peach, and if you have enough seedling makers, go with avocado and apples. But yeah, just keep that in mind and enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so it's now been 9 days and my trees are ready for another harvest. So I added a few seedling makers, but I only had these 2 giant ones and a few small ones. I still have quite a lot of special fruits and I have 21 golden apples, but I managed to make over 400 seeds. So let's just go sell this and see how much money I can make. Alright, so with all of these apple seeds, I'm getting 612,000. And of course, I still have all of these that I would have to transform into seeds to make even more money. So definitely my recommendation is that of course you can make up to 20 of these small ones, but if you're able to hoard the Mirage Grass, Mirage Wood, or Recalcum, as well as the clay, because you need 500 clay, I think that's going to be the hardest thing actually to get for these giant makers. But maybe try to make as many of them. Actually, you can have up to 5. So if you make 5 of these, I think you would be able to make close to 200,000 a day, which would be definitely a lot. But for now, I'm just gonna sell everything. So that's quite a lot. So actually, if I take this amount and I divide it by 9, that's 96,000 per day. So almost 100,000 per day. So yeah, I'm gonna go and try to make more seedling makers, and in the future, gonna be able to make more money. So definitely I think that's better than the mushrooms, that's better than crops. It's also very low maintenance and easy to take care of. So yeah, I'm confident in saying that this is the best way to make money in Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are maybe already doing this. I just wish there were more things to spend your money on, because I have 3 million right now and I'm not sure what to do with it. Maybe in the expansion pass we're gonna get some expensive things to buy, I'm hoping. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any questions about trees, feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, please like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out more Story of Seasons content like this, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.